weed sensors on, so it'll shut down the sprayers when it's over bits that don't need to be sprayed. Now the question is this big mist bit up there going to impact our completion percentage? We'll see. Anyway, you're doing your thing, and you're not doing anything. But yeah, the whole, wood chips are a good thing. Yes, if you're doing a professional forestry operation. The problem is the device used to, or the equipment that you use to make wood chips, unless you go into mods, are scary expensive. And if I want to chop down all the trees between my yard and field 106 there, the ones I just pointed out, then it's a bit expensive to spend 30,000 or 300,000 just to chop down 20 trees, and they're not exactly big trees. But I think I do need a big chopper to do that. Okay, and we are here. We can do this. First waypoint. Clear. Course. That's fine. Generate. Back. Cancel. Back. Start point is over there. I still think that outside of silage, it's now looking like the best crop is carrots, because they're not balanced with any of the other crops in game. They take less seed, they yield more crop, and they and they're more valuable than the red beets and the parsnips, which are second and third. I was watching, I think it was Virtual Farmer this week, and he's planting a field of potatoes, and he is using the ridger tool that came with the premium edition. Now, the ridger tool is supposed to be used with carrots, parsnips and red beets, and all it's doing is creating ridges on the field so you can plant things into the ridges. If you don't, then the field kind of looks like it's been planted for sugar beets or corn, with the sort of the flat dirt with little lines along it where the seed has been inserted into the ground. However, base game, which we're not playing, we have precision farming running, the ridge tool doesn't appear to do anything except create ridges on the field. But when you plant carrots, parsnips or red beets, it adds a layer of, or a level of fertilization. So you only have to do one more fertilization stage to get it to 100%. Obviously, precision farming doesn't do fertilization stages, so there's so you don't do fertilization stages. You have to add nitrogen and obviously a... Am I empty? Yes, I guess I am. Oh, I missed that. Did something weird go on there? Or did I just forget to collect anything? I forgot to collect anything, didn't I? I am so stupid. Oh. I can't believe I did that. Okay. Hey, I've got an empty trailer. Let's drive all the way back to the yard. No, wrong. Looks like the Deutz has completed the course play task. I am not sure that it has completed the contract. I guess we can check that first. Okay, let's try this again, and this time pay attention to what I'm doing. So yes, but it turns out that this ridging tool also adds a level of fertilization if you use it prior to planting potatoes. You don't have to use it planting potatoes because the potato planter ridges as it goes. The carrot and red beet, parsnip, cedar does not ridge. So that's kind of an interesting deal in that that ridging tool does work for potatoes. It adds a level of fertilization if you're playing base game. Obviously, if you're playing precision farming, it does nothing. So no benefit, but good to know if you're not playing precision farming, use the ridging tool for everything that needs ridges. It gets me to question, does it work on other crops too? Is it just I will add a level of fertilization no matter what you plant? And what happens if you try and plant barley into a ridged field? Because you can tell it's been fertilized because the ground texture is darker, which is the usual way Farm Sim shows you where you've been on a field, as it usually drive across it. Okay, you are done. Are you contract-wise done? That would be a giant no. So we're going to have to fill in the gaps. Blah, blah, blah. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I have to do, there you go, turn on the crop sensor. So this corner here is the big one. I can turn that on. You can see the left hand side wasn't sprayed, and as the seeder crosses, or the sprayer crosses where we didn't do, it will extend the spray into that area. And there you go. I did not see a message that we're done. So we will keep going, and we'll just run all the corners until the message comes up. Of course I could have missed it. No, I didn't miss it. Keep going. Spin. Contract on field 21 is 50% complete. Okay. That will be the Axion is 17 minutes to go, and the Renault still has 22 minutes. Oh, there we go. Good. There we go. Okay. So, contract is complete. Thank you very much. So, field 72 is right over here. I have to do that one next, and then field 3 is over there. And then we have to do our fields. We've used half of the spray that was in the tank already. And we can also only do spraying during daylight hours. So this job might take us November 3, November 4 to get done, depending on how much daylight we get, weather, and all the rest of the stuff that's going on. I do know we're expecting rain every day in November, so we're gonna have to fit farming tasks around the weather. And then our crop sensors don't work at night time, so we're gonna have to work around that too. We've got till about 4 o'clock in the evening before we can't spray anymore. So I really have to get going on these tasks. Which is why I'm taking time out from collecting grass at the moment. Obviously why have I got 13? Oh, did I collect on that? That might be good. Okay. Yay. Yeah, the cultivator, I can just run that so long as it's not raining. Work fine. Or so long as it's not raining and has recently rained, because wet ground damages the cultivator. Wet ground does a lot of damage to the cultivator, so really is a thing to avoid. Let's get into field 72, we'll get this set up and we can get back to the grass collecting thing. And this looks like a good way in. Oh, this looks like an interesting mess. Okay. This field is... We're going to have problems with this field. I'm going that far now. This is actually not doing too badly. You're still sitting there, you're doing your thing, and me too. Engine is running. So, how's damage on this equipment? Axion is 78%. We are going to have to service this sometime today. Fortunately, this is the tractor that runs to the yard and out again. So, not too big of a deal. Be able to find time to fix this one, unlike some of our other tractors which are just out on the road and don't come home until they need to. What else have we got looking at? So liquid fertilizer we're going to chew up a bit. I'm going to have to buy some more of that, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing liquid fertilizer, or at least fertilization contracts. They pay a lot, but they pay a lot to cover your consumable. And so if you're, and they always, they pay more than you need to consume, especially since we have something so efficient as crop sensors and weed sensors on the sprayer. That all does make for a more efficient spray. Now, contract fields are treated as base game fields, 2 levels of fertilization to get them to 100%. It's not like you have to add precise amounts of nitrogen. So using the sensors isn't important, but I think it does provide an efficiency benefit. So we will keep using them. Which is fine. Okay. I don't think I can make this turn. I can make it into the field, I just can't make it out of the field. So, is it time to buy a chainsaw? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Just started that a little bit too close to the hedge. So I might not do that this week, but I think come next week I will be buying a chainsaw. Post that's in this bit of the hedge will be gone. Not that I can walk through the hedges anymore. So right where the hitch on the tractor, I will be removing that length of hedge so we can just turn into this field easier. And we'll be able to get harvester headers into the field easier. And I think that's one goal we're going to have. Obviously not if I'm using a forage harvester or if I'm using a mower set, because you can get narrow equipment into the fields and then unfold the header. But getting a draper into the field, I'm either limited to very short drapers or some shenanigans for maneuvering one inside of a field so that we can get the draper at the crop and the harvester through the entrance. Some fields are just not good for that. Okay, we need to go check on the Deutz because it's got problems again. Indeed. Okay. You're running, you're blocked by a hedge, which is fun. But I should now, hopefully, I will do the headland on this field because obviously this field is so tight, Courseplay just couldn't swing it. You can see the track I was supposed to be following goes into the path, or the farm track outside of the field boundary on the other side of that hedge, through the trees in front of us, through the hedge, and just doesn't work. So we'll just get this done. Yes, you can now see why I'm not a big fan of trailed sprayers, because you have trees. It's difficult to, it's harder to keep the boom away from trees than it is with a fixed mount on the back of your tractor. But as I said, I've never used this before, so this is the one we're going to be using here. And then I may, if we go long enough, make enough money, have enough disposable income, I may consider a self-propelled one eventually. Not immediately, but that might be a thing we could consider. Because again, I've never really used self-propelled sprayers. I think I used a horse aggravation self-propelled sprayer way back. We didn't get one on this release. So we kind of, we'll use what's available. And the advantage with any self-propelled thing is it goes faster. The self-propelled baler is faster than a towed baler. Self-propelled sprayer is faster than a towed sprayer. A self-propelled manure truck is faster than hitching a manure wagon to the back of a tractor. Big M is faster than most of the mowers. I haven't compared all of them, but most of them it's way faster than. So that's a, that's a thing. And if we're pushed for time to complete jobs, self-propelled things might be the way to go. So we've just finished that contract. Yay, contract. And we have field 3 left to do, so there's another 3,000. That'll provide us with, we've got 500 litres of spray left. Don't think we've got enough to do field 3, just saying. What I could do, now there's an interesting thing. I could swing by our newest field, spray that, then head back to the yard, buy some more fertilizer, and see where we go from there. Because our fields will not use a lot of spray. And we have to pass our fields to get to the last contract field. Okay, our field is number 76, just on the right here. No access from the road. So we're going to have to take the long way round. But it's grass, so it doesn't need a lot of nitrogen. And I will have to tidy the field up once the worker's finished on it. There's our little windrower running round. Potentially, if we've got more than 3 contracts done, that would be the cultivators done? No. Yes. Oh, yeah, the cultivator has 1 minute to go. So he's probably completed his contract, he just hasn't finished doing the field. That's fine. Okay, so we run into here, and this should show me nitrogen levels. So we got a low nitrogen level here. Let's clear the task, new course, generate, back. We're going to need to see where we're going. Stops there. Start is over there. So you can see coverage on this is just amazing. And this is the smallest boom. I didn't go. The only adder I put on this is the weed sensors, the spot spray. But yeah, here you can see what I'm talking about. Fertilizing texture. It goes dark when it's fertilized. Now, if you plant a field using a seeder that fertilizes, it will show dark where it's planted because it's adding fertilizer. So, and that's also, I think, an in-game indication that you can't go back and fertilize it again. You can only change the state one time per. Okay, what's the next job? 95 and I think 56 are the other two. 95 and 56. Cultivating's finished, we get paid. Yes. And this is all making money so that we can do a thing. Now, I am not sure this is going to auto drive down to, although, that said, it doesn't hurt to try. The map has been updated. It may have an updated transit network. Well, tractor's going into a tree. Not a good plan. Is there somebody behind me, or am I'm actually stuck on the tree? My goodness. Dude, really? Wow. Okay. And back to